That's it. I've done it. I've solved climate change. Again. Instead of polluting the planet, let's just blow it up for money. Welcome to Sins of a Solar Empire 2, a game where we commit lots of sins and our empire is anything but solar. Where today I'm going to become the richest man in the world by systematically destroying an entire solar system. This video is sponsored by Stardock, which means I have corporate immunity for the war crimes I commit. Right? So welcome to Sins of a Solar Empire 2. About a decade ago, I played the precursor to this game, Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion, which was a game that fared pretty well, and now the second game is on the horizon. So when I was looking on YouTube for this game, there was recently an update for the Advent, which adds that faction on the left. They're a bunch of like religious priest people. They like converting and all that kind of stuff, which is why I'm going to play as the other faction, the one that blows up planets. Actually, wait, let me check my contract. Okay, I just read through my contract again. We're good. So there's a lot of different systems over here, but we're gonna go for a random 10-player system, which is as large as it can get 107 planets. In a 2-player system, it's 19. Okay, this is gonna be a mess. I have played a little bit of this game, just on like the 2-player thing, just to test it out. You can see I beat that really difficult easy AI, and it's probably the best to show up all of the mechanics in a massive 10-player lobby, and fingers crossed I don't just die instantly. So the game has 3 races and 2 factions, or 2 variants of each race. So you have the TEC, which is kind of like the normal humans. It kind of reminds me of like the Imperium a little bit. The Advent, which is like psionic mind control priests, and then the Visari, i.e. the cool ones. You can read the lore over there on the right side. I doubt you can just flash it on the screen for a second. Anyone can pause if they want to read that. But the 2 important things is the labor camp and the core stripper. Abandon a planet generating huge resources, the planet is permanently ruined. Oh, also you can see mass enslaved labor down there. So our faction quite literally just starts the game and immediately is trying to kill other ships because we don't actually have a home. Our main benefit is that we start with a capital ship right over here, which is much larger and much scarier than anything else. And we're gonna go colonize this planet over here. Capital ships are very good at, you know, just killing everything else. They also have a bunch of abilities in the bottom right. So if we come over to the planet over here that we just colonized, we can build all kinds of different things. Fleet beacons to summon different ships, Empire labs. We're gonna build an Empire lab right now first. This is gonna let us start actually conducting research in the top left. The main gimmick with this faction is that we essentially are not native to any, well, I was gonna say this system, but I'm not really sure what this system really entails right now. So most of the ships that we use, we don't actually build. We just call them in from outer space. You can think of it almost like the Warhammer Tyranids, where they just kind of have a massive fleet in space and pieces of it comes in. All right, so our capital ship just leveled up over here. So all capital ships in the game do actually have XP and they level up. So we could come over here and give it an ability. We're gonna give it right now just Subspace Rupture, which is going to allow us to do like a giant AoE in the area. And eventually we can get an ability to just harvest planets for resources. We've also built in the bottom left our very first weapons lab. So that's gonna let us come up here to the top left and check out the actual weapons research. So by having points in the different research, so we have 3 points right now, you can see, because this building gives us +3 research points for warfare. That unlocks us the first warfare tier, so all of these basic researches. If we can get 4 research points, then we get up to the second tier, 8 to the third, 15, and then 25. The same applies for Empire research over here, and one of the main ways to get more research is you build these little orbital labs. So that's gonna let us go into our warfare research and immediately start researching something like, there we go, captive suppliers. Increases our max supply. That, you know, it looks a lot like Noah's Ark if all of the animals were humans and they were enslaved. So nothing like Noah's Ark. Connecting all of the various planets is these hyperlanes here, kind of like Stellaris hyperlanes. If we zoom in on our ship right now and actually return the speed to normal, it's gonna start flying through the, I assume what is hyperspace, and then arrive right over here so we can start conquering a new planet. Well, Walmart planet. So we can use the AoE from the bottom right in order to just deal a whole bunch of area damage, and because we really want to level up our capital ships quite a bit more. In terms of Empire research, we also have unlocked some of that. So, you know, the first thing that we're going to go is obviously labor camps. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know who we're enforcing into these camps, but hey, anything to reduce unemployment. I'm gonna pause the game for just a second to show. So in the top, you can see that we have metal production, we have crystal production, we also have credits, but you know, we're aliens that literally just came here from space. We don't care about money. Our currency is the blood of our enemies. Or at least I think that's what I've been drinking. Crystals are a bit more rare, even though we somehow have more of them, but we do need metal for the bulk of all of our constructions. One of the really weird things that kind of takes a bit to get used to is that planets do actually move during the game. So you can see here, each of the planets has an orbit. So right there, the line right there is the direction that the planet is actually moving in. So over time, this planet is gonna end up somewhere all the ways over here. This asteroid system is maybe gonna end up somewhere similar. So these hyperlinks right here will be constantly changing depending on where the planet is in this system. We also just colonized this second asteroid over here. So we should be able to come over in the bottom right and we can develop the logistics, the defenses, the mining. Logistics is gonna give us more orbital slots, so we can build more of these weapons lab, we can build fleet beacons, assembly factories, and all kinds of things like that. Oh, we also just discovered our first player, and they are I think they are actually the same faction. Yes, they are also Visari. They are the Visari Alliance, so they're kind of a little bit nicer than us. Oh, how unfortunate for them. And we're also gonna wanna develop the economy a bit to get a labor camp right here on this asteroid. Again, I don't know who's working. Literally no one lives here. But hey, never bite the hand that feeds you, even if that hand is not there voluntarily. All right, so I've built up to 4 of the different research posts, or rather they're in construction. One of the nice quality of life things is that a lot of the research, so when you're building structures and you queue them up, it kind of opens up the slots for them while the structures are being completed. It's hard to explain, but basically it lets me queue up a lot of stuff because, you know, I'm not very good at these kinds of games. It's a good thing that I could slow them down because normally I would be pausing a lot if this were something like Stellaris. Oh, we actually encountered our very first normal enemy ship. Normally we're just fighting like marauders and things over here. Are they gonna get away? Nope. I could have let them go because, you know, they were probably some kind of like diplomat, but you know, diplomat, military ship, it's all the same. I need to come over here and use my lab to come build a couple more ships. We got a lot of stuff. We can even eventually build a massive Titan that part of its abilities is it just eats other ships. But right now we're just gonna shift queue a whole bunch of raiders and just keep conquering asteroids. We haven't actually gotten access to a whole lot of things that aren't asteroids right now. We mostly just got those. Also, our ship, I read that as Walrus level 3. Actually, you know what? I think I did read it as Walrus. Okay, well, speaking of Walrus, apparently there is actually, we've run into another capital ship over here. Oh God, no, we gotta move into that. All right, so our ships are taking a lot of damage here, but I think we're barely gonna win against this faction. It's another Visari, so I mean, look at this. Hey. You got games on your phone? Okay, we are slowly killing this massive capital ship. These things are not easy to kill on purpose, and it is taking quite a while. You can see the health and armor points over there on the right. And our ship is level 3, so it is slightly higher statted than theirs. I also sent in a couple of reinforcements, I think, coming in over here. This is actually getting surprisingly close. It's just a 1v1 over here, but you know, I like to cheat in 1v1s by sending in a whole other fleet of ships. Actually, we're kind of losing almost right now. Fortunately, we just brought in a whole bunch of fighter raiders over here, so they're gonna start flying around and distracting it right now. My ship is super low health though. Okay, so when the ship gets to 0 hit points, it then starts to get to crippled hit points. It's kind of like a second tier of health. Clearly the ship is not very good at dealing with all the fighters that are around it right now. And also be literally building a bunch of pulse gun defenses directly in front of it. Oh, I actually missed the ship blowing up. That's kind of unfortunate. On the bright side, we get to just destroy and bully this. Oh, this is a migration ship. Yeah, I don't think they were armed. Great. So for each capital ship that gets destroyed, we can come over here and capture the loot, which is going to give us a whole bunch of experience on our ship. Something else we can do to our capital ships is equip each of them with items down here. So I've equipped one with a nano attack swarm. We can get some repair swarms. We can even give them mobile laboratories and a mobile ruler ship so that it counts as our capital. Oh wait, I didn't realize we actually discovered the minor factions over here. So we could spend influence in the top layer, so that's number 2. to reveal some of these factions right there. This is a transport cabal, and I don't have enough money to reveal the other ones. Okay. So we can use our influence to increase our reputation with them. First, that's going to give us a bit more favorable market trades. We don't really have a whole lot we could sell in the market. Well, we don't actually use credits for anything. We can use them to buy stuff at the very least. None of our structures cost credits or ships or anything like that. All right, so I set the bulk of my fleet over here to try and take down these ships. Every single one of these systems does have just normal pirates that are dwelling around here. I actually really love these raiders, the way that they just kind of like fly around each of the ships instead of staying static. They seem to be pretty decent at just distracting capital ships. They're very cheap. Meanwhile, our Great Walrus ship is pretty much putting in all of the work and actually doing the bulk of the damage. But as much as I like our Walrus ship, I would like to get another capital ship. So now that we've colonized this planet over here, our very first Arctic planet, we do actually need to do research every time we get different kinds of planets, so I already got the Arctic research right there. We're going to get logistics and then immediately go for a fleet beacon. Makes me think of the Protoss. As soon as that finishes, in terms of building ships, we are now going to be able to build capital ships of our own and eventually a Titan. Oh god, I also just realized we're being attacked over here by a different capital ship. I think this is another one of our faction, or at least our race, so I should be able to build it or something similar to it as soon as that fleet beacon finishes up. And those are, god damn, they are expensive. All right, we do want to get here before they siege down my planet, and they're already destroying a lot of my defenses. Okay, there we go. They are basically screwed at this point now. Okay, this thing is only a level 1 capital ship, so it is getting grilled right over here. It's about to go down, I think, 500, 400, and there we go. The very first capital ship I can actually see explode, which is good. All right, I'm glad I built those scouting ships, because now we have a much better idea of what's going on in the universe. Well, I say better idea. This, I'm still confused. But I guess we have pockets of these two fighting up here. There is diplomacy in this game. I just didn't pick the faction that uses diplomacy because why would I do that when I could just kill everyone? We've got human factions. We have the Advent over here. Ironically, we have a lot of Vasari for whatever reason. Oh, there we go. I believe we just called in. Yep, there you are, our newest capital ship. So they have their own abilities down here. Assault specialization, planet bombing. Oh, I didn't realize that this, literally the sole purpose of this thing is to bomb planets. Okay, we got our research to level 8, so let's go and wait until I get enough money to get to Empire level 3, and then soon to be Warfare level 3. I've also discovered a minor faction over here, a military industrial megacorp. And now we can go for another minor faction. We'll see. They are, oh, just straight up pirates. All right, so we're taking over another planet over here, right above our main, or one of our main enemies, who I think is going to expand down this way very quickly. There is a ton of enemies all, I mean, there's actually 127 planets now that I think about it. Oh my god. I haven't even seen a smidge of them, have I? All right, in terms of research, we are moving on to our third tier. Let's just get our full lockdown of entire planets. Ooh, those bonuses. Minus 72% build time. I'm not really sure how that affects orbital build time. Are we like jettisoning people into space? If it works, it works. All right, we're jumping our entire fleet now way over into the next system. I'm assuming this system is probably under the control of our enemy. I like seeing this one enemy ship who's jumping toward our planets as we're jumping towards his. He's just looking to his left. He's like, oh no. Oh god. All right, I just had to pause because someone was playing loud ass music outside. It was Taylor Swift coming from the FedEx truck. What? What has society become? On a totally unrelated note, I love the way the voices for this faction are specifically. Whenever I pause, it's just
conflict pauses.
And then unpause.
The war rages on.
Well, hopefully they bring that energy to the siege of this planet over here because they're okay, there's like no one here. Holy crap, what is this? These are all just like torpedoes that instantly destroy ships. Okay, now we're sending our ships to actually attack one of what I know is the enemy's fleets. Apparently I can see fleets all the ways up there, another one of their capital ships, but we are gonna instantly jump in. And okay, they don't really have much. They have a regeneration bay and an Empire lab. Now I know this lab was studying mostly civilian stuff, but you know. Oh yeah, we're also gonna be sieging the planet down here, and sieging the planet in this game is literally firing an orbital laser beam into it. That's a nice civilian population over there. Okay, well, suffice to say, I mean, guys, I think we've killed everyone on this planet. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, well, apparently they've actually sent in another one of their ships over here to come and try and stop us. And again, okay, that feels excessive. Oh, we're getting even more levels, which is great. He's level 5. Soon we're gonna get that Drain Planet ability, which is super good. Oh yeah, I also just got a planet item over here called the Dark Fleet Tower. Someone's an isolated portion of the Dark Fleet, so how exactly does this work? So I have a max supply of 600. As soon as we use this, it is going to, oh my god, wait, that's actually cracked. It just immediately summoned all these ships. It has like a 10-minute cooldown. Okay, guys, it's just a random scout, okay? Let him get away. Oh my god, okay, they are actually sending the big boys over here. They are sending a whole ass fleet. They are definitely gonna siege down our planet over there, so we need to build another capital ship. Well, it looks like it's my turn to watch my planet get bombed into dust, which is unfortunate. And there goes the asteroid here. Yep, they're gonna claim that immediately. So we really have no choice but to come over here and try and blow up their planets. At our last tier of Empire Research, we gain access to something called, oh, actually, it's only in our 4th tier, called Stripped to the Core. This lets us build a core stripper, and that means that the moment we abandon a planet, we immediately blow it up for a ton of money. It is about as ethical as it sounds. Oh my god, we actually just jumped straight on top of this fleet over here, who is trying to escape, I think, by teleporting away. Yes, they are. Unfortunately, I really can't let them run away, so we're gonna have to chase them over there and then bring our other fleet over here. I built a carrier to come and take this planet. Oh, it's trying to get away. I think we're just barely gonna, oh my god, you're kidding me. It had like 60 HP. Well, on the bright side, we did upgrade and now have the ability to get our level 4 Empire stuff, and that is going to be really, really good. I do find it funny that when we bomb planets, we don't actually take over the planet, we just completely eradicate everyone on it and then recolonize it. I'm not sure how I feel about the implications of that. Okay, fingers crossed I don't show up at this planet. It says it has 406 supply of stuff. I don't fully believe that. Well, but no. Okay, no, these are all just like random civilian industries and a couple of pulse gun defenses. Okay, possibly this was a very bad decision because I did not realize just how many defenses there were here. I think a lot of my, okay, yeah, we need to leave. Well, I hope my civilians like getting bombed because this is the 2nd time this planet is about to get eradicated. Actually, this is the 3rd time this planet is gonna get turned to extinction. Oh, hey, what's going on there, buddy? You just chilling here? You know, I'll admit, I wasn't expecting to jump literally on top of their stuff. And give it up for number 4, extincting this one asteroid again. I'm not even sure who we're convincing to settle on here. It's like, okay, guys, you have a 50-50 shot of all dying in the next 2 days. Have fun. Okay, now we probably have a large enough fleet to be able to invade. I'll admit, these raiders are probably not very good, but as long as we have more ships than they have missiles, we should be good. Okay, yeah, now we are completely demolishing everything they have. All their pulse guns, they can't really focus on all these really, really weak and miniature targets. Well, looks like it's that time of the month again for the people on Karuna where their planet is being destroyed by laser beams. Better get used to it. Of course, now it's our turn to siege what, oh, that's actually their capital. So I think as soon as we take this out, I believe they are gonna lose the game. All right, I know we don't really use credits, but time for me to spend, oh my god, I just spent all of my money buying crystals. There we go.
An enemy has been eliminated.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've just eliminated the guy who is directly below us, which is fantastic. And honestly, I don't think there's any better way of celebrating the conquest of this beautiful planet than by hitting it with a core stripper. So as soon as we construct this thing, and you know what, actually, the construction speed is so slow for this, let's build the labor camp first. Okay, now that this is built, it should make it faster for us to build the core stripper, which is pretty great. Okay, there we go. It looks like they are finally coming. I was just kind of grinding through the planets on the left side because there's not really anyone to stop us. And now we're gonna have to send in the big boys. I've been building this one giant ass fleet over here, so we're gonna have to bring them in as well as another support fleet. All right, we gotta bring in as many ships as we can because this is, they've actually got quite a few carriers and other kinds of things over here. Okay, fortunately, it looks like I have vastly too many ships for them. We're even using basically mining drills point blank to drill through the side of the ship. There we go. -1 capital ship, just because we brought in a massive horde of other random ships. Oh, I actually forgot that I have 2 mobile shipbuilders over here, so we can just pump out even more of these crappy raiders. How much metal can I sell, by the way, before the entire metal economy collapses? Because apparently it's quite a bit. My God, I am... Well, okay, well, you know, we do a little bit of economic manipulation. There we go. I've almost run out of metal just by doing that, but unfortunately, or fortunately, well, depends on your perspective, I have come over here to the capital planet and built a beautiful core stripper. It is going to give me 19,000 metal, and all I have to do is come over here and scuttle the planet. Oh my God, these poor fabrication cruisers, okay. They kind of look like vulture droids, actually, don't they? Oh, we accidentally jumped into one of our neighboring enemies' areas. I just kind of walked into here, and he actually is a max-level space station. Oh, well, I actually forgot about the core stripper, and this is pretty much all that's left. It gave us 19,000 metal, which I can immediately go and use to crash the economy again. And hey, just because, I'm probably gonna do the same exact thing to this planet too. Oh my God, we also just got a metal market monopolization for 600 seconds. Well, I'm just gonna use all 11 of my influence to buy that, because then I'm just gonna crash the economy by selling 25,000 metal. Oh, there we go. Now we have exclusive rights to the metal market, so we can just hold control shift for larger batches. Oh, yep, that's what I like to see. Okay, well, we are rich, and all it took was a monopoly. So that's why companies do that. Okay, there we go. That should be another planet taken out. And what am I gonna get from core stripping this? We are gonna get a ton of crystals and stripped exotic resources and metal. Well, don't mind if I do. All right, we're going to level 5 for both of our tech trees, and that should allow us to build. Where are they? Oh, we could actually already get one. Okay, let's start building our first Titan then. They only have a limit of 1 per empire, so suffice to say they're quite large. Oh yeah, by excavating the home world of these guys, or one of the molten worlds over here, we also found something that we transported all the ways over. You can actually get rare artifacts, and we have relativistic factories, 50% faster factory build time. So obviously I've crammed all my factories onto one planet, so we can just mash out a ton of anything. We also get an ability eventually that just duplicates our targeted units, but I'm kind of hoping that we're okay here. I think we're barely gonna be fine. It's just because we have higher level ships. Right now, the planet that we're sieging has an unassailable fortress. Ironically, it is very assailable, especially when I park my walrus over here. It comes straight up to the planet and then absorbs the population into money. So we're just gonna come over here and gain 30 of all resources every single second, which is more than all of my income combined. Sure, some people may die, but that's intentional. Trust me, I have a really great track record with those. Oh, we finally got it. Okay, I've been waiting for the research to complete, but here is our beautiful Titan. It looks like a giant manta ray. Of the abilities we can get, the one that I want is the Maw. Becomes immobile, attracts nearby enemy ships, and when they're drawn in, instantly sucks them up into resources. We can build all kinds of different things and specific defenses on them. We give it plus 10 squadron slots. My God. 120% research rate. Jesus. This faction also has access to phase gates, which essentially function like warp gates. So we can use these to instantly travel to any area that also has another phase gate. All right, so this should let it, just instantly travel over to our planet, where I have been trying to manufacture up a massive fleet. And also, here's the planet that we just settled, settled, past tense. So every time we do something like that to a planet, first of all, that gave me like 12,000 crystals. But essentially, as long as we keep destroying planets on the front line, our enemies can't take anything back from us. Also, the entire galaxy is looking like a hot mess. Because the planets are also rotating at the same time, this set of asteroids has actually become further estranged and even closer to their capital than it originally was. So now it's not even adjacent to our main shipyard. Fortunately, because we do have phase gates, we can just go straight to there anyways. Also, something I was testing out is on my starbase here, the starbase can move just really really slowly. But I installed the ability for it to actually jump into adjacent gravity wells. So does that mean that I could use star bases offensively? Oh wait, tell me the ball sack starship. Oh my god. And we are literally using our star bases to conquer places. Okay, okay, what's going on here? Well, I mean, regardless of if it's a starbase, it's got like 7,000 HP and is mulching this other starbase. We are gonna need to actually bring out the big guns here. I mean, we've got big guns number 1, and they are coming in here into a meat grinder. How many fighters are there here? There are 66 squads of bombers. They have 86 squads of bombers. Oh, there we go. The squad is coming in. Our reinforcements, thank God. And there is our Titan. So I should be able to fly the Titan right into on top of where they are. Yep, they're literally retreating as we speak. But as soon as I use my Maw ability, oh my god, they're all just getting sucked in. And most of my income right now is just debris and Maw reclamation. All right, well, let's send in our boys on the next planet. I think this is their capital, or this is their capital over there. It's nice that this starts with just a mass of these really crappy fighters coming in, and then a whole ass star base just appears out of nowhere. I'm actually only at half my command limit, so this seems like a very good time to mash out a ton of ships in just a second. And there goes starbase number 2, and along with it, probably the entire rest of the planet, as our Titan turns and begins to just disintegrate everyone on here. All right, there we go. Let's just put out 100 more of these raiders. Man, we're walking into capital ships, and they are evaporating instantly. I've pretty much completed a lot of the research tree. I mean, not this bottom part, because I'm not really doing anything with this. Well, I mean, I could. Mobile fleet beacon. Okay, maybe I will get that. But we have gotten to the last research level, so we're just finishing up everything I can possibly get. I have basically infinite money right now. I'm curious to see just how ridiculous my army can get, and I mean, it's getting there. These weapons don't even do that much damage. There's just so many of them. Oh my god, I think wait, is this their capital? Yes, this is. Another starship is gonna get, there's so many lasers. I'm not actually sure which is stronger. My Titan, okay, I was gonna ask which one, and then I realized the Titan is 21,000 health, the Starbase has 7,000. It's not close. It does actually have the ability to just instantly, that was pretty funny, to just instantly teleport, and now we can just mop up the rest of all of their stuff. I think we have some, yep, our anti-planet beams are just going to town over there. And there we go, another enemy player destroyed. Well, it's time for me to do what I do best, blow up the galaxy. At this point, I've got this kind of down to a science, so anytime they show up at one of my systems, I just instantly abandon the planet. And everywhere else, I've basically just been building my phase gates so that I can jump there. Even if the planet is destroyed, the phase gate still stays. So I can basically jump to almost any planet in the entire system that I've blown up. Some of them I've just built tons of defenses and infrastructure on and then abandoned them after that. So essentially, it's like as soon as someone minorly inconveniences me, I just blow up the planet. I could just jump on top of ships, instantly phase jump, instantly maul, and their entire fleet is gone. So they actually got pretty close. They got this thing down to half health. Unfortunately, you know, we're just gonna blow it up before they can take it. They don't seem to understand that I have built a core stripper on every single planet I have. So the moment they show up, we just press a button and planet goes by. And obviously every time I do this, it's just giving me an inane amount of resources. Like I have been maxed this entire time on supply. I can't spend my money. Oh, and here they are again, back at one of my other planets. I might have actually abandoned this one a little too late, but you know what? I'm just gonna play it safe and blow up about 4 more planets because they're somewhat in the vicinity. Oh my god, it's a race. You can see the abandoned planet bar is right below the health. Oh no, they're gonna get it. Oh, that is lucky. Of course, they were lucky with that planet. They weren't so lucky with the other 5 in the area. Holy crap, I wasn't even paying attention. They actually went and tried to attack my main fleet. This is essentially where all the production I have is. I just stacked it onto one planet. So unfortunately for them, I'm pretty sure I could just pump out more ships than they're actually killing every single second. I'm destroying all the minor factions as well, including these pirate factions. And oh my God, they have so many units. This might be perhaps one of the most crazy fights I've seen, considering just how many ships there are. The thing is, though, if I jump right on top of them and then I use this maw ability right here, this should just suck in almost... Yep, it's just bringing in their entire fleet up, and it is gone. We have just eaten all of them. I think, though, we have just enough units to completely destroy the pirate faction, which is, we've done a lot of damage to this solar system. If I go to the markets, you literally can't use half the markets because we killed their corresponding factions. And all I need to do now for the very last planet is just break this alliance, and they... They don't stand much of a chance. So with everything else abandoned, now all I have to do is you know, that natural thing of abandoning all of my home systems. Not gonna need those anymore. And there goes all my remaining planets, including my capital. All right, there are now no more planets. It's taken me 17 hours, but I have eradicated every single planet in the solar system. The market is, you know, in a recession. There are literally no minor factions. There are actually no factions at all in the world. And I have nearly 2 million metal, 1.3 million crystals, and 1.4 million credits. I don't know where I'm gonna spend those credits, but at least I have them. Either way, this has been a pretty interesting playthrough of this game. It is obviously sponsored, but I have actually liked a lot of the different mechanics in it. It feels like there's a lot more pieces of depth to this game that I probably barely scratched because, you know, I'm more of the ram your head against a wall until the wall breaks kind of guy. But regardless, thanks for watching. See ya.